Buenos dias and good morning, Senor and Senorita. Before we start, I'd like to do something different. I'd like you to think of your most beautiful moment you ever had in your life. The guy I interviewed on Wednesday, he instantly said, "Oh, that was the birth of my first son." Yep, there it is. There it is. Go to that beautiful moment. That's you. Okay? Let's start there. Let's start with who you are. Yeah. Imagine that. Starting your day off knowing who you are. Yeah. Void of all of those 200 identities. Hold that space. And while you're there, let's give each other a cosmic hug, left side to left side, your heart to my heart, your worth to my worth. Feel that heart energy expand as you recall that very, very powerful moment. Now, the ego is not going to want you to do that. It's going to pretend that it can't find it and all of those things, but there is a moment. There is a moment. Okay? You go there. Yeah. You go there and recall that. Feel that expansion of your heart energy. Feel that expansion of your worth. Yes. Feel that sense of invincibility. There you go. Hold that space. Hold that beautifulness. And send that out to the rest of the planet, the 8 billion. Yeah, it's needing it. Okay? Got that? Wonderful. Now come on back. Take your divinity with you, as you haven't got any choice. Yeah, take it back. I had a call with Tim yesterday. You know, we connect quite regularly. And, he was telling me about what he noticed on Friday evening on our global transformation, our instant enlightenment, our instant transformation. Yeah. And, you know, I gotta give you a caveat to that. In 2012, I spent a whole week with Dr. Stephen Greer. And he's noted for his connection with the extraterrestrials and I spent a week with him. And I had an unbelievable experience that week. But anyway, there's a documentary that he did, and it's called The Cosmic Hoax. And I listened to it, and at the very end, he mentions that there's 3 things. One is humanity's too far gone to help itself. Number 1. Number 2, let me see, number 2, just sorry, I don't usually think of this. They need multi-dimensional, multiverse help. They can't do it on their own, and they need to reach enlightenment. Sorry for that little gap in my recall. Those are the 3 things. Can't do it on their own, need to reach enlightenment, and need help from the multiverses. And I got all 3. Got all 3. Yeah. So what I want you to do then is just like know that this is possible. Know it's possible. So in the call with Tim, like I knew the other side was helping in a big way, whether it was my ascended masters, you know, the angels, or the ETs, or whatever. Like I just knew there was something. Anyway, Tim informed me that there was something unbelievably powerful happened in the first 5 minutes of my download on Friday evening. Yes. And even though there was, you know, the first part of the event was taken up by 4 beautiful testimonials from Tim and Ciora and Jamie and Harry. It was 2 hours in duration, but Tim said he noticed in the first 5 minutes this powerful download. It's like almost like a wobble, and that's all these beings that are in one direction or another, coming through me and using me as an instrument for humanity. And of course, I am so open and receptive to that. And so that's what happened at the start. And I'm saying, wow. And we did, I gotta say, all of us did a masterful job on that video on Friday. And yeah, it's like, okay, we did it. We did it. And that's one of the biggest tools that's going to happen to shift humanity's consciousness, because those on the call are going to shift. Like Yadira on the one on September 22nd, just a month earlier, she went from being like totally depressed, full of anger and rage, husband active alcoholic, son active alcoholic, daughter active alcoholic. Yeah. And you know, she had spent her whole life going to her Jehovah Witness services every weekend, reading the Bible every day, and none of that worked. None of that did it. None of it. But now, mind you, there was a foundation for it, I'll tell you that. And through an interpreter, Spanish speaking only, she got 100% of the results, and she's kept it ever since. And she hasn't done the follow-up, she hasn't done the holding, she hasn't done any of that. But one thing she's done is stick with the 3 times of infinite awareness 3 times a day. And that was it. She's been able to hold that energy. And you know what the awesome news is? Before, you had to wait a month. Like I'm doing one in November 22nd, December 22nd. And yeah, that's live. But you can get that today. You can actually have your own transformation today. You go to IamDivinityGlobalversity.com, and there you have it. You can have Yadira's experience today in the video. It's there. It's as live as my talk is right now. It is. And that's for you. And I used a metaphor here a little while ago about, you know, you used to be able to, I don't know if you still can or not, you could buy a box of wooden matches. And the box was about 3 to 4 inches long, 3.5 inches long, and you know, 2 inches wide and 1.5 inches thick, and it was, you know, probably 50 or 100 sulfur matches with a wooden stick to them, stem to them. And it's like, imagine all of them standing on their edge, on that ocean. And one gets lit. What happens to the rest? Boom. Now there's lots of oceans on the planet, and they're pretty big. And so Dr. David Hawkins, in this book, Eye to Eye, talks about that the consciousness of humanity, also in Power versus Force, and that there's 114 required to be above 700 for all of humanity, all of the sulfur matches to light. 114. Okay? Well, guess what? That video I did on Friday was absolutely full of light, and it will activate you and take you to 700. Now you think about that. You can go to 700 today. Yes. But you need to do, you know, the surrender, you need to do all those things. Come with courage, honesty, open-mindedness, and willingness. Yeah, take them with you, and you got it. You can have it today. Isn't that amazing? How amazing is that? And it's full of unbelievable power. It truly is. There was beings, there was the ascended masters, angels, the divine creator of all. Everybody was here working, coming through me, channeling through me. For you. For you. And now you can have it in a video. You don't even have to wait till November 22nd to take it live, or December 22nd to take it live. You can have it today. Now, how amazing is that? You can be in your divinity, and you can be one of those 114, which is now down to 100 based on all the ones that I've taken through that are at 100. The Souls and the Tims and the Harrys and the Jamies. Yes. And on and on and on. And the Karens. Yeah. That's just a few. Daniellas. Yeah. That's just a few has gotten it down from 114 to 100 that are at 700 and above. Just like Dr. Greer said was needed. Okay? So, there you have it. You have yourself a magnificent day. And remember, whether you've forgotten or not, that you are divine. You are absolutely divine. And all we're doing, what that video is doing, is carving away all the marble, like on the statue of David that Michelangelo did. I chipped away all, in that video, all the negative and positive beliefs, all those identities, and left you with the true identity of your divinity. That's what it was. So if you're searching for that, you don't need to search anymore. It's right in front of you. You have yourself a magnificent day. Remember, you're divine. Go to IamDivinityGlobalversity.com and it's yours. If you need to do the more personalized, that's transformwithdonn.com. Have yourself a magnificent day, and remember, you are divine.